4 comedians get stranded by a snowstorm. It sounds like they're set up to a punchline.
I read that, and do you know, I read that an hour ago, and...
Still struggling with a punchline?
Yeah. I'm just saying, how bad am I as a comedian? It doesn't sound like... It sounds like an Agatha Christie film.
Yes, it does. One of them's going to end up dead, I think. The group had gone to New York together to see in the new year, posting pictures of their escapades on social media. But the lark stopped on Thursday when it became apparent they would not be leaving the city in a hurry. Now, this news story, it really, really made me laugh because it's
long.
It is long, but it's full of burns. Robbins, who recently came second in the Celebrity Mastermind, answering questions on Queen, took to Twitter using the hashtag #GetRobbinsHome. Because Ed tweeted American Airlines to say that he was on hold for 25 minutes and that they couldn't get back to him. American Airlines tried its best to placate the apoplectic Gamble with a smattering of sarcasm, writing, "We wish Winter Storm Grayson would take it a bit easier on us too, Ed. We'll take it up with Mother Nature." Unfortunately, Gamble did not see the funny side. The quirky tweet was unhelpful. Now, my favourite bit of the article is the explanation. Who are the stranded comedians? What I love is Ed Gamble, the diabetic comedian, first came to prominence.
Because that's how he's been getting on panel shows, because they have to have one diabetic comedian on each panel
it's a
show.
diversity issue. Cabin fever seems to have set in with the group after an article on comedy website Chortle about the situation gave John Robbins top billing. James Acaster wrote, "All comedians have had the chat. If this plane crashed, which one of us would be the headline? And may I be the first to say, I can't believe this." He's absolutely livid. The headline provoked the ire of Ed Gamble, who claimed Robbins got drunk while the Mock the Week regular sorted emergency accommodation.
Did Ed Gamble refer to himself as the Mock the Week regular?
It's interesting, the 4 personalities, because I think Lloyd is fine with it.
Yeah, why not?
John is fine with it but hungover.
Yeah.
Ed is a bit stressed because he's missed some gigs, and James is a bit down about it as well. I'd be having the time of my life. I've got a very special someone on the line, hopefully, technology permitting. John, are you there?
Hey, have I got a John Robbins in this bar? Hey guys, is anybody here called John Robbins? Some limey guy from British radio. Hey, someone get me a John Robbins. My dogs are barking here. I need two shots of rye over on Main Street. I'm going down Broad. Is there a John Robbins here? I need a pickleback. Has anyone got me a pickleback and a chili dog? Hello? Hey, you John Robbins?
Hello, John.
I'm John Robbins.
How are you, John?
I'm good. I've just woken up to find out that we were on the BBC News website.
Yes.
Which is hilarious.
You were the 3rd trending story on the BBC News website.
Yes, please.
People are fascinated by your predicament. The fact that you had to get a second Airbnb, which you hadn't budgeted for. Yeah. It's an absolute nightmare.
Wait until they hear about the level of insurance cover I've got and how much I'm liable for per day.
Oh, of course. What, did you get holiday insurance?
Of course I did, you mad idiot.
Yeah, you're that guy.
So you're making money?
Guys, I'm onto a good thing here.
Wow. So, John, what are your plans for today then? Because obviously it's you should be on air. So
so I'm going to do a wash. I've got everyone to put their dirty clothes in the living room, and I'm going to go down to
a laundromat.
The dryer-o-mat.
Oh, wow. I'm imagining it like that Levi's advert where you just sat in your pants.
And then Ed's going to Manhattan, Elis, because we're staying in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I think probably a few japes. Last night we played Riddles until 1 a.m.
What's Riddles? What, you told riddles to each other?
Yes.
Have you not got the internet in your Airbnb?
Yeah, we do. We used it to search for YouTube videos of riddles.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my word.
You see, people always assume that when comedians go on holiday together, they have a real laugh. That's actually not. It's not actually true.
Lloyd was sat on the sofa and they were having some bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, would anyone fancy a riddle? So we played riddles.
Ed likes heavy metal. He's off to at lunchtime, New York time. He's off to see some sludge metal, isn't he?
Yeah.
That sounds nice on his own.
Every time Ed tells us about a band he's thinking about seeing, it's so funny because you just don't know to look at his sweet, sweet, innocent face, and then he says, "I'm going to watch Death to God," and the Massacre Enthusiasts.
Yeah.
I reckon there's a chance he just wants to get away from you.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm off to see Ghost Rabies. Actually, I hate Ghost Rabies, but I cannot cope with any more
I think you
Riddles.
should call his bluff, John. See where he goes.
Right, well,
He's going to go and see Annie on Broadway.
So before you got stuck, John, is it fair to say you'd run out of stuff to do anyway?
No, we were having a great time.
What day did you go to mini golf?
We went to mini golf on, I think, the third day.
oh, come on. Mini golf. I mean, are the four of you brothers, and is your divorced dad taking you all out because he's run out of ideas? You didn't go to the zoo, did you? Or sit in a service station and drink tea and just stare at the floor?
No, we didn't go to the zoo for ethical reasons, but I have no ethical problems
with golf.
With mini golf.
With mini golf. Okay. What about, you went bowling as well, didn't you?
Bowling? Come on.
Yeah, we went bowling at the Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah,
It was really cool. And they tried to make us pay a $25 cover charge, and we said no and walked away, and then they whistled us and said we could go in for free. So it was like doing a hustle.
This is all stuff I could do in Carmarthen.
Do you know?
I wouldn't even have to go to Swansea for this stuff.
You know, after you hadn't paid the cover charge, you handed over your shoes. God knows what they've done to them in the end. They had the shoes.
Some sort of New York punishment.
Ellis,
Yes.
the main issue about mini golf is that it was a children's mini golf adventure where you had to find treasure, and I got the course record, got the best score ever.
Treasure?
Great. What, you're better at mini golf than a lot of American 10-year-olds?
Not just a load of American 10-year-olds, Ellis, all American 10-year-olds. I finished 4 under for the round.
Yeah, but that's sort of 4 under's not like that far under.
Not
is it?
Sandy Lyle, John.
A lot of them are par 2s.
Are they? I just maybe I'm doing holidays wrong. But if I was going
Did
to
you get any holes in one?
Very interesting stat here, Josh.
yeah.
I was the only member of the team not to get a hole in one, and yet I never got more than 3 shots on a hole. So I was Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
The thing is, John, this is all stuff you could do in a small town in the UK. Does New York not have more to offer, or have I misunderstood New York?
It has a lot to offer. It has a lot of vegan breakfasts with
great.
tofu scrambles.
I had tofu scramble in East London 4 days ago.
Gosh,
I had it in my house.
John, is it true you're going to Hamilton? Going to watch
I'm
Hamilton?
not. The others are. Tickets are too expensive for me.
What are you doing? Playing air hockey?
Playing Laser Quest against some 7-year-olds.
That's probably like the one brilliantly New York thing everyone's doing, and I'm just going to stay at home and do my accounts.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. The sun is aligned with your ruler Saturn this weekend, so this is the perfect time to speak your mind, James, before it would have been frowned upon. Now look what happens.
I resent John for ditching the show.
Yes! That's more like
Spoke my mind.
Speak your mind.
It was a pain in New York when I went on holiday with him. Absolute pain all the time.
Why was that? Why was he such a pain?
Well, you know, he always won all the games that we played. We went bowling, we went mini golf. He's a bad winner. He rubs it in your face, even though he knows that it ruins your enjoyment of it. And then when our flight was cancelled and we were stranded there for 4 days, and the rest of us were like, let's go and do some fun stuff. He just got obsessed with this waitress he'd met one night and spent the whole time trying to meet up with her.
Well,
All he did, we went to see Hamilton. He didn't come and see Hamilton. Hamilton we went to see.
well, the hottest ticket in...
We went to see Hamilton,
World
the hottest
Theatre.
ticket in the world at the moment. He went to the MoMA, which he described as underwhelming, and did his taxes.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I'll speak my mind all day long.
I love this. I can't believe that Justin Toper, the astrologer from the Daily Mirror, has given James a free rein. He's given him carte blanche to speak his
Feels
mind.
good, actually.
And now it's happening.
That waitress hated us. We met her on New Year's Eve. She hated everyone on that table. I told him that she hated us. It's like it was even bigger challenge for him that he had to kiss this waitress.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Absolutely pathetic.
Oh.
Worst person I've ever been on holiday.
Oh, no. Obviously, we're in New York with him.
Yes.
We've had Acaster's side of the story. Did he try and corral you into things, organise things, plan things in New York?
No, I'll tell you what John did in New York. Now, this is surprising. I ended up with the room that was basically next to the kitchen. It was an Airbnb that clearly they just built an extra room in to try and get some more money.
Yeah.
And my room was essentially in the kitchen with a very thin wall around it and a big sort of open hole that they'd not put glass in yet.
Okay.
So I was...
Like a hatch?
Like a hatch.
Yeah.
Like a high hatch.
So you could have been fed in bed from someone who's in the kitchen.
I could have been. They would have been throwing sort of things through like a frisbee and I would have had to catch them in my mouth like a seal.
Perfect for an omelette.
Yeah, ideal for an omelette or a pizza.
Or a big bit of ham.
A huge slice of gammon.
Someone could have frisbeed you some gammon.
But that meant I was very much, if anyone got up, I could see the light come on, I could hear things.
Yeah.
Quite thin walls. So I was very much at the whim of John's early morning routine. Well, everyone else, when you're on holiday, you'd maybe stay in bed till 9:30 earliest.
You're the lion, guys.
You'd have a little lie-in.
Yeah.
John would go to bed earlier than everyone else and then wake up on the dot at 7:30.
Too early.
Get up, make himself a cup of tea, and quite often sit in the kitchen watching a fishing show called Deadliest Catch.
So we're an officer down. Patty Springleaf heads back to the DA's office because he can't take a little bit of snow. If you ask me, that jackoff needs a little bit more meatball and a little bit less marinara sauce, if you know what I mean. What do you say?
What are you doing, mate?
What? Holy cannoli. I'm on the sidewalk here and the trash is building up because the snow's drifting like it did in 62.
Very offensive, this.
Holy moly. Holy smokes. Holy mackerel.
Remind me to never go on holiday with you to China.
Holy...